science time. It's science, science time. Let's all be ready now. It's science, science time. What do we do during science time? We observe, we compare, identify, classify, infer, test, hypothesize. We read a lot, understand them well. Science facts we tell.
Scientific morning, learners! How are you today? I hope you are all doing well despite of what is happening to our country. This is Mrs. Cecil Alvarez. Join me as we discover and explore fun and challenging adventures in Learning Science 5. So, what are you waiting for? Let's begin this exciting journey in learning science. Are you ready? Let's go! As we start, you may type number sign, motion along your complete name and the name of your school for your attendance and for me to acknowledge your presence, just like the example. And if you have questions, clarifications, comments, please feel free to type it down in the comment section below. I'll be glad to answer some of your questions after the discussion. You may also get your pen and paper so you can jot down some important concepts in our lesson. At the end of our lesson, you are all expected to explain how to get the distance between two objects in motion. Now, let's have a drill. Let's play a rumble letra. Scramble the letters to form the word being described. Read a statement that will serve as your clue. Type your answer in a comment box. Number 1. It is the movement of an object brought about by force. What is the answer? Great job! The correct answer is motion. Number 2. It is a push or pull. What is your answer? Amazing! The correct answer is force. Number 3. It determines the position of an object. It determines the position of an object. What is the answer? Awesome! The correct answer is reference point. Number 4. It is the measure of how far or near 2 points from each other. What is your answer? Very good. The correct answer is distance. And last number 5. Is the distance covered by unit time? What is your answer? Amazing! The correct answer is speed. My dear learners, have you experienced playing with your friends? Of course, maybe you run, you jump, you climb, you kick, you ride, and you exert forces. Look at the video clip. What have you noticed? That's right, the people are walking in a pedestrian lane. The people are in motion because they are moving from one place or the starting point to another side of the road. This is what we call the motion. From the time you wake up until you go to sleep, all our activities involve movement. We have to move in order to complete our tasks. Motion will always be a part of our life. But what do you mean by motion? Motion is a change in position measured by distance and time. It depends on the distance traveled and the length of time. When an object changes position over time when compared with the reference point, we say that the object is in motion. What do you mean by reference point? Reference point, it is the fixed place of an object used to determine the position of an object. It is also known as the starting point. You know, my dear learners, reference point is important for us to know or measure the distance traveled, and the distance traveled is also based on how fast you move. When you hear the word how fast, meaning we are referring to the speed. Do you know what speed is? Speed is measures the motion of an object. It has two elements, the distance and time. Again, learners, what are the two elements of speed? Very good. It seems that you really pay attention to our lesson. So, these are the distance and time. Every time you see this, what comes to your mind? Very good. It is a clock that tells us time. Do you have an idea of what time is? Will you please type your answer now in the comment box? Okay, somebody says time refers to second, minute, and an hour. You're right. Time consists of a number of seconds in a minute, number of minutes in an hour, and number of hours in a day. Or, time is the amount it takes an object to travel to a certain distance. And now, let's move on to the second element of speed, the distance. Do you have an idea of what the distance is? Distance is the length of the path between two points. When an object moves in a straight line, the distance is the length of the line connecting the object's starting point or the reference point and its ending point. And also, distance is the measure of how far or near two points are from one another. It can be measured using different ways such as time, landmark, or body parts, but it is inaccurate. Inaccurate means it is not accurate. It is not the exact measurement or it is not the exact distance. So, what will you do to get the exact measurement or to get the accurate distance? You're right, using the measuring tools. There are appropriate tools and ways to measure distance so that you can tell whether an object is far or near. Distance should always be exact, measured accurately, and based on a standard unit of measurement. That is why we need to use some measuring tools. Will you please give some measuring tools that you know? Okay, amazing. You're right. Such as ruler, meter stick, tape measure, measuring wheel, and ultrasonic distance measurer. The metric system is the world standard for measurement. If we have measuring tools, we also have measuring unit. Always remember these, learners. The standard unit of measurement is used for distance that is quite near is meter. The standard unit of measurement used for distance that is quite far is kilometer. And the prefixes like deci, centi, and milli are used in the length if the length is quite short, like decimeter, centimeter, and millimeter. And now, my dear learners, here is the formula on how we can solve the distance between two objects in motion. Distance is equals to speed multiplied by time, or simply as d equals s times t. But before we proceed to our example, I want to share this with you. Did you know that the International System of Units, or SI, commonly known as the metric system, is the international standard for measurement? The International Treaty of Meter was signed in Paris on May 20, 1875 by 17 countries, including the United States, and is now celebrated around the globe as World Metrology Day. Now, here are the examples. Let us try to solve this. Example number 1. Far will you travel if you drive your car for 3 hours at an average speed of 130 kilometers per hour? km means kilometer and hr means hour. Okay, what is us in the problem? Very good. The problem is how far. The term how far refers to the distance. So, we are going to solve for the distance. And what are the given in the problem? You're right. The givens are speed, which is equal to 130 kilometers per hour. And time, which is 3 hours. What is the formula for distance? Very good. The distance is equals to speed times time, or in short, d is equals to s times t. That is the formula for distance. So, let us solve now. D is equals to 130 kilometers per hour times 3 hours. So, what is your answer? Let's see if your answers are all correct. The answer is distance is equals to 390 kilometers when you drive your car for 3 hours at an average speed of 130 kilometers per hour. Who got the same answer? Good job! Example number 2. John drives from one place to another place at a speed of 6 kilometers per hour. He cycles for 4 hours. Find the distance he traveled. What is asked in the problem? Correct! The answer is distance. What are they given? Very good. The given numbers are speed is equals to 6 kilometers per hour and time is equals to 4 hours. What is the formula for distance? Correct. Distance is equals to speed times time. Let us solve again using the given. 6 kilometers per hour times 4 hours. So what is your answer? The answer is distance is equals to 24 kilometers. Who got the same answer? Very good. Last example, number 3. far will you travel if you fly a plane for 5 hours at an average speed of 500 kilometers per hour? What is asked in the problem? Correct. Distance. What are the given? Very good. The given numbers are speed 500 kilometers per hour and time is 5 hours. What is the formula for distance? Distance is equals to speed times time. Let us solve again using the given. 500 kilometers per hour times 5 hours. What is your answer? The answer is distance is equals to 2,500 kilometers. Who got the correct answer? Okay, let's give you a very good clap. Like this. 1, 2, 3, very. 1, 2, 3, good. 1, 2, 3, very good. Now, let us find out if you understand today's lesson. Let's wrap it up. Study the table below and fill in the missing data. Type your answer in a comment box. The givens are type of vehicle, speed, and time. And you're going to find the distance. First given, tricycle. What is the distance? Very good. The answer is 20 meters. Second given, jeep. Find the distance. Very good. The answer is 280 kilometers. The third given, van. What is the distance? Very good. The answer is 175 meters. Fourth given, bicycle. What is the distance? You're right. The answer is 240 meters. Last given, car. What is the answer? 63 kilometers. If you got all the correct answers, you're awesome. And now, let's see what you have learned. It is a change in position measured by distance and time. Type your answer in a comment box. What is your answer? Motion. Amazing. Next question. It refers to the amount of space between two objects. What is the answer? Distance. Very good. And a meter or kilometer is used to measure the distance. Next question is measured in seconds or hours. Second is used for short length of time, while hour is for long length of time in long distances. What is your answer? Time. Very good. How to get the distance between two objects in motion? Okay, it is by using the formula for distance. Distance is equals to speed times time. Very good. You did great in answering those questions. Now, let's proceed to the most awaited part of our discussion, wherein we will determine if you really understand our today's lesson. It's time for Science Challenge. Please get your pen and paper. Read and solve the following problems. Show your solutions by writing your answer in a separate sheet of paper. I am going to give you 2 minutes to answer the activity. You may start now. A car traveling at speed of 60 kilometers per hour reaches its destination in 6 hours. How much distance did it travel? Number 2 question. Find the distance traveled by a train when its speed is 49 kilometers per hour and time is 7 hours. Number 3. Aaron cycles from one place to another place at a speed of 7 kilometers per hour. He cycles for 6 hours. Find the distance he traveled. Number 4. A man drives at a speed of 150 meters per minute. What is the distance covered in 2 minutes? Number 5. Anna traveled at speed of 18 kilometers per hour. For 2 hours, what was the distance covered? Time's up. Check your work. Remember, honesty is the best policy. How many of you will be able to get an amazing score? Very good, my dear learners. I hope you learned your lesson well. And for your homework, please copy and answer the problem. Write your answers in your notebook. So, that's all for today. Once again, I am Teacher Cecil saying, be an explorer, be a discoverer, and be an amazing you. Thank you, learners. Stay safe. Goodbye.